morning too, on the heels of that, because they think the same way. They don't think like an Austrian economist. They don't think like this strategist economist, whatever you want to call me, mucker. No. They think like everyone in groupthink and establishment does. Yeah. So people immediately said, okay, ECB is going to do 75 basis points in October. And guess who goes before the Fed goes at 75 basis points in November? The ECB in October. So that's the point. That's why shit is going to keep crashing here. So whatever bounce you're looking for, trade it. That's another important thing that I was trying to communicate last week. For those of you that don't get real-time coaching alerts, you're missing out on probably the answer to 95% of your questions, okay? Maybe more, maybe 100, okay? When it comes to short-term tactical, that's the point of real-time alerts. It's real-time alerts, okay? So when we think about this, I said, okay, look, there's a big difference okay, let's take a step back. Slow it down. Slow it down. We have how many buckets of volatility? Yes.
3.
It's like coaching, I coach my 12-year-olds the same way that I coach the 15-year-olds. How many zones are there in the game of hockey?
3?
6. Oh. If you didn't know that, Mucker and Hammy have a different answer than consensus on that. Shocking. Okay? There are 3 buckets of volatility. When you're, and let's just use this VIX bucket again. When you're under 20, investable. So where all the clowns on TV become famous stock pickers. When you're greater than that number towards 29, you're in the chop. When you go over that line, you're in the fuck bucket. Okay? Very simple. You are fucked. Okay? Slow it down. Understand that. When you are 25 to, let's say, 32 today, you're between chop and fucked. See that? So what I said was that the OODA loops get more complex. In here is a lot tougher than in just the chop, 20 to 29. You show me, and by the way, it's not an insult to people, it's just get better. You show me how many people, money managers, have done well in this space, 25 to 35 VIX, 25 to 40 VIX, when it's going back and forth. If you're sitting there in the queue saying, where are we going to? No. The only thing you can do is get some experience. These OODA loops are tight. Observe, orient, decide, and act. Very tight. And what I wrote was sometimes intraday, because there's no green on the screen, what you actually have is an intraday bounce to sell. Because again, many inexperienced bulls and bears don't know how to trade this. So they think when everybody stops looking for the same thing, which is men who go to bed with itchy butt, then we'll be at a place, it's very typical of a market crash. There's no questions about that. Men die in that situation, right? Man and woman die, if that's what you need to hear, whatever. Right? This is a real important time to just know that you don't know, I don't know, but we know that we have 1, 2, 3 regimes of volatility. We have entered the third, which we have appropriately labeled with an F, and it's just going to be tough, right? So the best thing that I can really do is just do, I think. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how I do. So far, so good. I'm happy. Hey there, Hedgeye Nation, or if you're not part of Hedgeye Nation, thanks for watching Hedgeye on YouTube. If you haven't already, make sure to click on the button below there. Subscribe to our YouTube page. You can also follow the link in the description to our website to get even more great investing content.